Mist is perfect for checking the soil. It feels incredibly alive and fertile, just right for starting our preparations. You can see the moisture content in the soil. It's too dry, so it crumbles easily. It needs water before we fertilize. You'll want to sprinkle the lime evenly over the surface, like so. Then just gently brush it in to help it settle and begin correcting the pH. I'm mixing just a little bit of fertilizer for my young trees to give them a light feeding.
First, break the lime layer to reach the fertilizer. This base layer helps the roots grow deep and strong.
I'm adding a layer of compost. It will act as an organic base fertilizer. Notice how the soil draws in the fertilizer, allowing the roots to access these essential nutrients. The compost goes in first, then mix it up with the soil. You want to make sure it's fully integrated to avoid any root burn later on. You can see we've ensured consistent fertilization along the entire row. The soil is absorbing well, and the trees look healthy. Now, hold the seedling gently near its base and lower it into the hole. Once it's settled, carefully cover the roots with the mixed soil. Remember to keep it upright. Keep watering until the soil is dark and shiny around the base. I'll place the bucket down and prepare the soil, just like before. I'm spreading this straw mulch to lock in the moisture and protect the soil from the sun. You don't want to place fertilizer directly on the mulch. Pull it back first to expose the soil. By pressing the mulch lightly like this, we're really helping it to stay in place. This makes sure the fertilizer works more effectively for our plant. You want to create a loose ring like this, allowing for better air and water to reach the roots before we apply fertilizer. I'm just making sure this is a perfect circle. It's important for even distribution. Now, secure it with the clips and we're good to go. Slow watering like this helps the fertilizer really soak into the roots.
You want to spread the granules evenly around the root zone, but be sure not to place them directly against the trunk.
By lightly covering the fertilizer, we protect it from the air and help nutrients absorb evenly into the soil. Use just a little bit. It's important not to overfeed young trees. And then gently mix it like this until it's evenly dissolved. I'm giving the tree its first feeding, spreading the fertilizer evenly around the roots. You can see how quickly the soil absorbs it. You can see how the soil readily accepts the fertilizer, allowing the nutrients to reach the roots quickly. You can see how the water is carrying the nutrients deep into the roots. The soil is absorbing everything so beautifully. The fertilization has been consistent across these rows. Look at them. I think we're ready for the next one. I'm moving to the next tree now. I repeat the same fertilization steps here as the last ones. The soil is stable and rich, exactly how we want it to be. This is crucial for healthy root growth.
Đầu tiên chúng ta đặt xô tại đây, ngay cạnh gốc cây này. Và sau đó nhẹ nhàng lấy phân bón từ xô để bón quanh gốc. Đây là quy trình đơn giản nhất, nhớ lặp lại cho mỗi cây để đảm bảo cây phát triển khỏe mạnh.
You need to look for new growth. Pay attention to the color of the leaves and how they respond to the light. I always make sure to pull the mulch back and leave a bare ring of soil exposed around the tree base. You can see the leaves are vibrant green. This is an early sign of nutrient uptake after fertilizing. You want to create a loose ring around the base like this. This helps the roots breathe before adding fertilizer. I'm measuring the correct dosage of NPK fertilizer for this young tree. Just the right amount will help it thrive. You see the stark contrast in color? This pale one has the clear symptoms of magnesium deficiency. Notice the yellowing between the veins. I'm sprinkling the NPK fertilizer around the root zone, ensuring I don't place it at the trunk. After the initial fertilization, this root stimulant will really help. Watch as it blends, nice and slow. I'm pouring the root stimulant now, making sure it soaks deep into the soil to strengthen the roots. By pulling this mulch back over the fertilizer, we're locking in moisture, crucial for the tree's nourishment after a feeding. You can see the root stimulant soaking into the soil, activating the roots. The plants will be much stronger now. You can see the water activating the fertilizer right before our eyes. The soil is absorbing it nicely.
Chăm sóc đúng cách sẽ mang lại sức sống cho mọi lá cây. Hãy tận hưởng vẻ đẹp này.
Notice how the water carries the nutrients into the soil, moving towards the roots. The early fertilization stage is complete. Everything looks healthy and promising. We're ready to proceed to the next phase.
Now, just gently tapping the soil to settle it around the roots. Stabilizing the root zone is crucial after fertilizing.
The soil is perfectly packed now, ensuring maximum stability for the fertilizer. The texture feels perfect, strong and healthy. You can see the shift from lighter to darker green here, which helps indicate the nitrogen levels in the soil. You can see the pale green here, it's very different from the darker color. This indicates a potassium deficiency, a sign the plant needs nutrients. The stimulant helps the roots absorb nutrients faster. See how it swirls? We want it fully mixed. Notice how the soil is quickly taking in the stimulant. It's moving through the root zone right now. Yes, the early fertilization stage is successful. The trees look very healthy. The trees have been fertilized, so now we need to ensure the drip lines are set to water at least once a week.
The proper watering flow for fertilizer absorption.
Notice how the water spreads evenly under this mulch, helping the fertilizer reach every part of the plant. The soil should feel like this, moist and able to hold its shape after fertilization. I always measure just the right amount for a gentle feed. Now, a little swirl to mix it perfectly for our weekly schedule.
The key to a thriving tree is consistent low-dose feeding, allowing the nutrients to absorb gradually over time.
You want to check here, especially in the grooves, for anything small. This gentle wipe removes pests without harsh chemicals, keeping our garden healthy. Look, it's clean again. You can see these new shoots have responded really well to the fertilizer. Look at the vibrant green of this new growth. Look at these new shoots. They are coming in perfectly after the fertilization. I'm just removing this weak growth now so we can focus the nutrients on the healthier stems. By letting this shoot fall, we redirect the nutrients to the stronger branches. This nitrogen-rich fertilizer will give the leaves the boost they need to flourish. Notice the rich green? It's due to nitrogen. It supports protein and amino acid growth, encouraging strong stems. Look close. The thickness and texture of this leaf indicate high nutrient levels. You can tell it's healthy. You can see how balanced fertilization really leads to a canopy this strong and beautiful. The leaves show such incredible vigor. The fertilization has set the foundation. Now we see how the new growth is structured. The shaping is coming along quite nicely, just as we planned.
Alright, time to begin shaping this one after fertilization.
You see how that opens up the canopy now? More sunlight can get through to the smaller plants. The sunlight filtering through is crucial for these leaves, helping them maximize their nutrient use and grow strong. You can see where we've pruned here, allowing these main structural branches to really thrive. Feel the wood here? By removing these inner shoots, we're not only improving airflow, but also allowing the main branches to receive more nutrients. I always make sure to keep the orchard floor clean after pruning. It helps the trees grow better.
The fertilizer needs moisture to activate. This gentle spray should do the trick.
You see, a balanced structure like this ensures proper light distribution, leading to much better flowering later.
The branches look full, but it's time to switch the fertilizer to encourage flowering.
By turning this just a little, we're cutting back on the water, which tells the plants it's time to bloom. Watch the flow change.
I'm letting the topsoil dry just slightly. It's important to create this controlled stress to encourage stronger flowering. Feel how loose and dry it is now?
Adding the potassium for flowering. Mix gently to combine P and K.
The roots absorb these nutrients, ensuring a vibrant flowering stage. You see these nutrients have been applied. Now right here at the base of this vibrant green tip, this is exactly where the new flower buds will begin to form. You can see these tiny, beautiful buds are just starting to form at the tip of the branch, marking the beginning of the early flowering stage. See the buds forming? We need to support them gently during this early flowering stage. You can really see the transformation now. These buds have made it through the hardest part and are ready to bloom into beautiful flowers.
The buds are just beginning to crack open, indicating the start of the flowering stage. Stable nutrients are crucial for them right now.
You want to be very gentle with the petals at this stage of the fertilization process. Just a soft touch.
Calcium fortifies them against disease and improves cell wall strength, helping the fruit set.
Adding this boron supplement now will vastly improve pollination and ensure a rich fruit set. Calcium boron prevents flower drop. Spray a fine mist, gently, like this. It keeps them strong. Pollination is crucial, and the stability of these beautiful flowers is key to the entire process. You can see the tiny fruit forming on the branch. This is a crucial stage after fertilization, indicating a successful set. Look how vibrant it is. You are doing well, little ones. So small and precious. We must protect you to the end. You see here, this cluster is too dense. Thinning ensures each fruit gets enough nutrients to grow bigger and healthier. The flowering and fertilization have been very successful, as you can see from these strong clusters.
You can see where we need to prune a few. These will have more room to grow.
I'm just checking the ripeness, feeling for any blemishes to ensure they are healthy. This one looks perfect.
I'm mixing the potassium fertilizer for the fruit enlargement stage. I'm applying potassium feed to support the fruit development stage.
Đảm bảo tưới nước đều đặn và bón phân hữu cơ đúng cách để trái phát triển khỏe mạnh như thế này. The fruits are developing beautifully now, a clear sign of our careful nurturing.
Notice how this fruit skin is naturally smooth. This healthy, glossy finish is what we're aiming for in our produce.
I'm applying potassium feed to encourage larger and sweeter fruit as it enters the enlargement stage. The soil looks healthy. I'll press it lightly to make sure the moisture balance is just right, avoiding overwatering. You need to check under the leaves like this for tiny eggs. See the veins? They often hide there. I'm spraying a natural pest solution on these leaves. Why aren't you using chemicals? To protect the fruits naturally. Look at the difference. These fruits are so much bigger now, thanks to the potassium. You can tell it's ready by the firmness of the skin when you tap it. You can see the shift from green to yellow, the first clear sign the fruit is ready. The sunlight helps them ripen, getting brighter. You can tell it's ripe when it yields slightly under gentle pressure. See how soft it is now? Perfect. I hold the fruit firmly, but gently, and twist. You want to be very gentle with the fruit, placing it carefully, not dropping it. Just like this. Perfect. The secret is to look for the perfect balance of color and firmness. That's when you know it's ready to come home. I'm just bringing these over to the sorting area now. Welcome! Today, we're sorting these fruits by size for packing. Let's make sure they're perfect. The next step is placing them carefully on the rack. See how vibrant they are? They need space for the air to circulate. The fruits are perfectly sorted. We can start packaging now.
I'm selecting the best ones, preparing them for packaging. Feel how perfect they are.
I always place them one by one to avoid bruising.
That makes sense.
See? Now they're all snug and ready to go. You want to make sure the fruits are snug, like this. See how there are no gaps between them? That's perfect for transport. I always make sure to secure this seam like this. 2 strips is the most secure to ensure safe transport for you. Next, we'll load the box. Carefully lift and position it on the truck bed, ensuring it's secure for distribution. And that's it. The loading is complete. These are all ready for the final step before selling.